whole lot of madness, my Lord, on the NBA side.
Yeah.
As we go here real quick.
On a
just
Tuesday morning.
In this episode.
Yeah.
We would try to get out of here real quick to go see the Lakers Clippers game as usual, but LeBron ain't playing, so I don't think it's going to be that good of a game, to be honest with you. I haven't checked the score yet, but yeah, we're not in a rush for that. But definitely another week of NBA madness. Starting with the Lakers, we will go ahead and start there. This team doesn't quite know what they want. Like, we started with having D'Lo, and D'Lo was here, and both were satisfied for a moment, and then they got kind of frustrated, or then the rumor started, and now we don't know if we want him or not. Then we was going to trade him for a star, and we were trading for a star, and that seemed to be falling short. It went to Tyus Jones and Colin Sexton, and keep bouncing around. So there's a lot of confusion right now with the Lakers squad.
Yeah,
it doesn't quite seem like they know what they want. As you see here, the latest rumors are now we know might be aiming somehow for Trae Young and Donovan Mitchell. What do you think of the Lakers squad right now? Who are we aiming for real? What are we doing with D'Angelo? Just anything, because it seems like it's a mess right now.
Yeah, well, like I've said for a while, like D'Angelo being the trade piece, it's not necessarily that he's a bad player. Like, he's a really good offensive player, especially when he's on and in a rhythm and consistent. It's more so about his contract being one of the more useful ones for us to make in a trade to get back a player with the similar or if not higher value than him.
Sure.
And so that's why he's going to be in all these trade rumors. If you're trying to get a guy like a Trae Young or DeJounte Murray or Mitchell, like, he has to be in there because he's making the third most money on the roster.
Yeah.
But he's upped his play, and salute to that. Thank you for that, with the up in his trade value in the last couple weeks too. But he's been on a tear offensively since been reinserted in the starting lineup. He's going to be the centerpiece of a deal like that. I think DeJounte Murray, some people I've seen talk about they'd rather lose with D'Lo than win with DeJounte Murray. I don't understand. The goal's to
win, we're trying to win here. What are we talking about?
I get being attached to a player you like. And
I like D'Lo a lot too, but like the goal to win. So that's been the whole point. So
I don't understand those fans on NBA Twitter and Lakers Twitter. If DeJounte can bring in the defensive impact that we're lacking from D'Lo, I surely would welcome that. And that's one thing that's been puzzling too. Just, have people not seen DeJounte Murray play basketball? Like, the way they're talking about him playing, it's like D'Lo is like in a tier above him kind of thing. And while D'Lo is a great offensive player, DeJounte himself is averaging 21, 5, and 5 and can guard on the perimeter and has length as a 6'4" guard. So I don't understand.
Fans don't know ball like that for real. This is all Twitter talk. So
I know he played in San Antonio for a while, so not a lot of people are watching those games. And Atlanta doesn't get a whole lot of nationally televised ones either. But he's quietly still a really good guard in this league, and I think can help.
Back-to-back buzzer beaters are like game winners the last like two games. Like, he been open, so he can put the ball in the basket. So folks are saying we might lose a lot on the offensive side in regards to getting Murray. He can put up on the offensive side as well, while also adding more defensively, which is what the issue may be for us down the line.
He's shooting like 38% from three this year too, so like he can shoot the three. D'Lo is probably better catch and shoot three guy, so he maybe is a better fit next to LeBron in that way as far as putting those catch and shoot 3-point shooters around him. But in terms of what he can bring defensively, creating for himself and others. I think it is an upgrade come playoff time, where we saw D'Lo struggle in certain matchups, like the Denver Nuggets were able to take advantage of him on the floor and kind of barbecue him on that side, which played him off. I don't think you have that same issue with DeJounte being played off the floor, because he is more balanced as a player with his offense and defensive game. So,
Yeah, I think DeJounte would be a good fit, and I've been one of the louder D'Lo supporters for some time now. I've been joking with you behind the scenes and all kind of stuff about D'Lo and wanting to see him stay here. So we'll love to see things work out. If he stays, then great. But seeing what could be on the market as the trade line gets closer, I do think we should go and push for somebody to bring in, like, an elevate the squad. The goal, I think I tweeted out even from our page, the goal is to go and win games and win championship. And we saw last year that D'Lo could play good in the regular season, and we even played good early on in the playoffs. But there are moments where he can disappear, and we really don't have time for that, as LeBron can't always carry the whole weight of this squad as he once did. So need guys that are going to be up and ready to go all season long. And
to that point,
they would be a good fit for that.
To your point about the goal being ultimately to win games and win a championship, I could understand some people's points about a DeJounte move, and that it maybe isn't the championship move. We have heard rumors about Bruce Brown still being available and having interest from teams like the Lakers and Knicks. Yeah, go for it.
Real quick, just Alpha Vivid, who's been on the chat before, we're up to him. He said surprise thoughts moving on from Murray. He won them like 2 games last second. Yeah, we mentioned that. He's definitely been hoping to your point. He definitely is one of the guys alongside Bruce Brown who could be a nice fit for us. So yeah, we hear you in that.
I believe like what we've seen from these Lakers is the more championship type move is, as we've talked about, bringing in 3-and-D type guys that slot in next to LeBron and AD, that are shooters and guys that can catch and shoot, and guys that can play a role, as opposed to a guy that maybe needs the ball a little bit more to get into the game and make his impact felt on the game. So if they're making a trade where they're acquiring Bruce Brown and maybe another piece as well from the Raptors to kind of fill out the roster with 3-and-D guys. I'm forgetting, is Gary Trent still on the roster with the trades they've made?
Gary Trent for the Raptors.
Yeah.
So
if it's a trade where you're getting back a Gary Trent and a Bruce Brown in that, I think that's more of the championship type move that you're looking for with this Lakers team as currently constructed with LeBron at the top. But if they don't make a move like that, like I wouldn't be mad at a DeJounte move, because it is an upgrade to me. I don't know about we talked about the Colin Sexton thing that's been rumored as well.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily see that as a championship move either, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, we know that this is a move is going to be made at some point. Just depends on who Plinka thinks is the right one to pull the trigger on. And excited to see how that goes. And we'll be covering it as things continue to go along.